أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد. Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I welcome you all to IR Institute's online Tajweed class. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy for every one of us and grant us better understanding to achieve the purpose of this class. Inshallah, today I will be introducing you to the science of Tajweed bi'idhnillah, and that is going to be on the following headings: the manners of recitation, the prostration of recitation, sujud al-tilawa, al-isti'adha wal-basmala, seeking refuge and the saying of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and the levels of recitation. It is important to note that there are some manners expected of a reciter of Al-Quran before or during or even after they have concluded their recitation of Al-Quran. These manners has been categorized into two headings, and that is the internal manners. These are words a reciter must have prepared in their minds before or during or even after their recitation. Number one is that a reciter needs to understand the origin of the words. You need to understand that it is the book of Allah, it is the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it must be respected duly. It is not the book of any other mankind, or it is not an ordinary textbook. It is a mu'jiza, an eternal miracle that no mankind, whether the people in the past, the present, or in the future, can produce the like of Al-Quran. Thus, it must be duly respected and placed in high or higher places and not be put on the bare ground. And in a way of showing respect to Al-Quran, we don't open the Quran barely without reading it. We don't put it on the floor. We don't put it on dirty places. So we all know the ways and manners that are terrible that some people associate with Al-Quran. Now, secondly, you also need to understand that you need to understand the meaning of this word, because if you want to unveil the miracle, the connection that is between you and Al-Quran, because if you understand the meaning, you'll be able to receive the message. You'll be able to unveil the miracle that is embedded in the Quran. You'll be able to discover new things, whether from what has happened in the past or that is presently happening. You'll be able to relate it with so many things in one's life. So it is also important to understand the meaning of these words. And once you have been able to understand the meaning of these words, you'll be able to ponder upon the meaning. You'll be able to ponder upon the meaning, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has also made us realize that one of the objectives of Al-Quran that is very, very essential is to be able to ponder upon its meaning. أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ. Would you not ponder upon the meaning of Al-Quran? So while someone is be able to understand, you'll be able to ponder upon the meaning, because there is no goodness in worshiping without understanding and without pondering upon the meaning. Al-Quran is a way of worshiping Allah. If you are reciting Al-Quran, you are worshiping Allah. Al-muta'abbadu bitilawatihi. So while reciting it, you'll be able to worship Allah duly, and you'll be able to earn due reward. Another thing is also to strive to make sure that the heart is present when you are reciting Al-Quran. Some people may be reciting Quran and they will be pressing their phone, be attending to customers, attending to different things. Their minds might have traveled to so many countries, so many places, while they believe they are reciting Quran. It is important that you make your heart, your mind to be present. ما جعل الله لرجل من قلبين في جوفه. Allah has not given us two minds. We have been blessed with just one mind, so that we be able to be actively and participate in whatever we are doing at a particular time. So you need to make sure your heart is present. And individualization, what we meant by individualization is that the moment you have been able to understand, you ponder, and your mind is present, you will be able to relate the messages of Al-Quran as if it were being directed or being revealed to you personally. You'll be able to get these messages as if they are your own. They are your own. So it is important we enjoy these messages bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy for us. So the moment we are able to observe these manners, we will surely want to restrain ourselves from any kind of disruption, interruption that can take us away from the worship, that is tilawatu al-Quran al-Kareem. Then the external manners. Yes, some of us don't know that we need to purify ourselves, whether before or during the recitation. We don't just grab Al-Quran. Of course, these are recommendations and they are very, very rewarding. They are rewarding. We purify ourselves. We make use of good perfumes. For brothers, you use good perfumes, you adorn yourself, you purify your body, you wear good clothes, and you stay at a very neat and good places. You don't just stay anywhere. You just wear any clothes. Like some of us used to, some brothers or sisters used to do. It is only when they want to observe salat that or they want to go for an occasion that they wear good clothes. If they want to pray or they want to do any other act of ibadah, they can just wear any clothes, and it is not supposed to be. So if you want to recite Quran, wear your good clothes, make sure you use your perfume, you purify your body, and you stay at a very good place, such as masjid, or where there is not going to be any form of disturbance. Then you seek refuge from Allah against shaitan. If you want to begin your recitation, you don't just grab Al-Quran and you burst into the recitation. You ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect you against the whispers of a shaitan. You should also avoid cutting off the recitation just because you want to talk to people. Once you are able to observe the internal manner, I think and I believe you should be able to refrain yourself from any kind of actions that can disturb or interrupt your recitation. Of course, there are some exceptional cases, such as emergency cases, that you may need to attend to. But if there is no need to, an unnecessary disturbance, you should be able to refrain yourself from that. Then it is also important to utilize the opportunity of stopping at an ayah that is talking about warning and punishment of Allah. You utilize this moment to seek Allah's protection against this warning and and this punishment that Allah has promised a group of people. You should also utilize moments you come across ayahs that are talking about mercy and blessings of Allah. Allah is Al-Ghafur and Ar-Rahim. If you come across ayahs that are talking about the forgiveness of Allah, you ask Him for His forgiveness, you ask Him for His mercy, you ask Him for His blessings, and inshallah is going to grant it. And you should also be able to humble yourself. You don't read Al-Quran and you are sounding as if you are singing, or as if you are playing. No, you read Quran, you humble yourself. If at all it makes you cry, there is no harm in crying when you are reciting Al-Quran. Now, the next thing that we want to talk about is the prostration of reading, that is sujud at-tilawa. The sujud at-tilawa, it is the prostration that a reciter is expected to observe whenever they come across verses that are talking about prostration. It is sunnatum mu'akkada. It is actually not compulsory, according to the opinion of scholars. It is not compulsory. It is a sunnah mu'akkada, that is authentic, that we should we should try as much as possible to observe, and ignoring it is not appropriate at all. Ignoring it is not appropriate, and it is just a way of showing obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we have 14 places in the Quran that talks about prostration, and whenever we come across them, even if you are without wudu, you can prostrate. You need not face the Qibla before you can observe this sujud. You only need to say Allahu Akbar, and you go down, you prostrate for Allah, and you say what you say whenever you prostrate in your salah. Subhana Rabbiyal A'la. You say that, and if it is during salat, you can say your takbiratul ihram, your takbir. You can say your takbir and go down, and if you want to rise up, you need not say your takbir again. If it is not during salat, you need not say your takbir to rise up. But if it is during salat, you should also say your takbir to rise up again from sujudu at-tilawa. It is good because shaitan would be laying curse upon himself whenever someone, a reciter, is observing this sujud, because it is one of the things he did not do when he was ordained to do that. So he would be saying that the woe unto him, the son of Adam, was ordered to prostrate, and he prostrated, and he will be rewarded with Jannah. As for him, he was ordered to prostrate, he ignored, he refused to do that, and he will be rewarded with hellfire. You can see that it is one of the important ways of earning reward and showing obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We can find these places in Surah Al-A'raf, Surah Al-Ra'd, Surah Al-Nahl, Surah Al-Isra, Surah Al-Maryam, Surah Al-Hajj. Another place in Surah Al-Hajj, Surah Al-Furqan, Surah Al-Nam, Surah Al-Sajda, Surah Al-Fussilat, Surah Al-Najm, Surah Al-Inshiqaq, and Surah Al-Alaq. And we see its symbol. It is a special symbol that looks like that of our praying mats. So whenever we come across them in the Quran, we should endeavor to do that.